The last time I had a sleepless night was 10 years ago, but I dare anyone to fall into the arms of Morpheus after all that went through yesterday. I, for one, always assumed that our homes were sanctuaries. These geniuses won't get away with it, I swear. How dare they invade my privacy? And for what? To invite me over to their headquarters? Stay focused on your tasks, Susumu. All you have to do is making sure Noriko is safe. That's the only thing that matters if you want to be promoted. Playing a sub beats tailing cars and other police duties I have to endure on a daily basis. No insults, no disrespect, no stray bullets, just the immature jokes from Uemura and Noriko's coldness. If the pay wasn't that bad, I could be tempted. June is by far my favorite month, especially when the delicate morning breeze blends perfectly with the sweet steam of an espresso. Excuse me. Yeah. Good lord, it's you, isn't it, Susumu? Mr. Norita. How nice it is to see you after all these years. That good old Susumu. How long has it been since your parents... 11 years, Mr. Norita. Sorry to stir bad memories, Please, it's nothing. And yes, it's been 11 years since I moved out. If I remember correctly, back then you claimed you wanted to become a police officer, am I right? I'm a high school teacher. A substitute, actually. Just a teacher. My damn memory must be playing tricks on me. Say, you live in the neighborhood? I do, just 2 blocks away, give or take a few yards. Our old neighborhood. I moved out last year to spend my last years in this one. Between you and I, it's much more calm. For an old geezer like me, its proximity to the hospital is mandatory. I understand. Stop by and have a drink one of these days. You're always welcome, Susumu. Thank you, Mr. Norita. Now if you'll excuse me, my students are expecting me. Of course, young lad. You don't want to keep them unattended. I'll see you around. What a tag-along. From now on I should find another route which might add a couple of minutes, but I'd rather walk than chat with him. Avoid at all costs to have your name and the word police in the same sentence, even during a casual neighbor-to-neighbor conversation. You should know better, Susumu. God damn how I hate this town. Damn, the whale is at bay. Greetings. Hello, Mr. Takada. How are you on this fine morning? Fine, I suppose. At my age, you can't really tell from the chronic numbness. Have you adapted to our high school? Without a problem. Students respect me and the teaching staff has been nice to me. Stop by my office when you have a chance. I will. If you don't mind, can I ask you something about the security in this place? Sure thing. What would you like to know? Is the gate closed between the time the students arrive and when they leave the premises? Yes. There's an intercom for latecomers. Are you afraid someone might break into my fortress of a high school? Absolutely not. It was just a question about security, don't get me wrong. Far from it. Security is an important matter to me, if not the most important. I'm far from being the perfect headmaster, I'll give you that. But making sure my students are safe is a life-or-death situation for me. I would shield them with my body if anyone were to hurt them. In that case, it's an honor to know we both share the same values. Good luck, Tokunaga. If you're looking for me, I'll see you with your secretary. Sharp-witted lad. I can safely say that it's the first time the rectorship sent someone of your caliber. Have a good day. Closed gates, devoted headmaster, police officer posing as a teacher. Noriko is safe, no doubt about it. So, yeah, the whole security thing is actually pretty important in schools these days, if you're not aware. For those that are abroad, we've had a lot of violence in our schools these past... Actually, at this point, it's probably been 20 years from school shootings and stuff like that. Then just with the whole dissolution of families and various social issues, for a lot of students, school is the most stable part of their lives, believe it or not. That is pretty messed up, I have to admit, but is the world we live in. Susumu, my drinking buddy. I don't know about you, but my hangover is killing me. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you get home safe and sound? Meh, I didn't get laid if that's what you're implying. No, not in a million years. My question was not rhetorical. I was this close to nail that hot babe. Then I realized she was underage. The law is the law. He did right. The law? Oh man, no. At this age, their breasts are not firm enough. All it takes is a... What in the hell is... All it takes is a Mawashi Gary right into a pervert's groin to make your day better. I have no idea what this is. I've never heard that one before. I assume it's some sort of, like, special move or something? No. Sorry for all the hullabaloo, but he deserved it. Violence is never a wise solution, but in that case, I can make an exception. The exception says thank you. You were so looking for it. Have the balls, or what's left to admit it. As a bonus, you're no longer focusing on your migraine, right? You got a point, actually. Have a good day, guys. I'm off to prep the lessons. Ah, she wasn't here last time. According to my calculations, the driver for the Okimoto family should drop her off in less than 20 minutes. That's 2 minutes right before the school bell rings. When she's out of the car, her friends who have been waiting for her will, unknowingly, shield her from any harm. Once behind these walls, it'll be my sole duty to look after her, which won't be taxing since I doubt a serial kidnapper would dare snatch her during class or recess. You'd be surprised about the recess snatchings. I must confess that this mission is actually a piece of cake. This is the first time in my whole career in law enforcement that going up a level won't bring me any stress. Susumu! Airi? Oh, Susumu, it's so nice to see you again. Yeah, me too, Airi. You're all alone? No news for the past 10 years and you openly hit on me by asking if I'm single? No, I meant alone as in no kids. Kids? Oh, sure, I get it now. You think I'm a mother wandering the hallway looking for her offsprings, isn't it? That's what I thought. No, I'm not that lucky. Where's yours, then? I don't have any kid either. That should be any kids. So... that can only mean... we're both teachers in the same high school? We're both teachers in the same high school? What's worse is I actually ran into someone like this about 2 weeks ago from... Actually, it wasn't this past Tuesday, but the one before this. And it was as painfully awkward as this is right now. The good news is she didn't entirely recognize me, so I could try to play it off like that, but it's still awkward. Looks that way. I'm just a sub, though, filling in for the week. What about you? I've been here for over a year now, and unlike you, I haven't left my hometown. Here comes the dreadful moment where she reproaches me with what I did. Well, I just... Relax, you know me. I've never said anything about you leaving me all by myself in this godforsaken corner of the world, ever. Listen, I have to run to the headmaster's office for an urgent matter, but let's catch up. How about a dinner tonight, just the two of us? Nothing would please me more. Great. I'll catch you later on today. Sure thing. See you later. Airi. Not sure if you noticed the background on his picture there a little while ago. Not a clue. Probably the flu. She didn't seem too well yesterday, but don't worry. She'll be back tomorrow, probably. I know. I'm not that concerned, but without her it's just not the same, you know? She is tough as nails. I bet you she'll be here tomorrow morning. Still. What? She's not that tough. It just so happens that Airi has missed class many times this month. Okay, let's go now. If we stay in the hallway, we're gonna end up in detention. Airi. Mr. Tokunaga? Yes, how can I help you, Taki? It's about yesterday's incident. I lectured Tama and Noriko about their actions and what might happen if they disrespect you. So if they disrespect me, I assume they get the whole cement shoes treatment or long walk off a short pier, etc., etc. I see. That's very kind and thoughtful of you. Come on, apologize properly, you two. Please accept my most sincere apologies, Mr. Tokunaga. My bad. Apologies accepted. Noriko, making stuff up just so you can put your teacher to shame isn't quite smart, and it's unfair. Yeah, I know. Noriko! Okay. I am so sorry, oh dear teacher who's trying to help me achieve so much. You're so tall, so strong, so witty. Noriko, please accept my apology, sir. And they misspelled apology. If one has to be punished, it shall be me for failing to properly scold her. I hadn't anticipated such a childish behavior from her. Jeez. You want some lame-ass apologies, you got 'em. Case closed. Rest assured, no one is going to get punished, and Noriko, I want to congratulate you for such an outstanding performance. You deserve an award. Really? Drop out of high school and start a career as an actress, for you have such raw talent. Actually, it might serve you better if you want to run for president. You piece of Noriko? There you go, a reaction. That's all I wanted from you. Thank you for the apologies, though. Tama, I know you mean it, and Noriko, we'll just say you did your best and it's just fine. Call Hollywood. We found the writer for our next summer blockbuster, Clichés 2, The Return. Ha ha ha. That's one amazing idea for this morning's essay. Say what? As for tomorrow, you need to write a synopsis for a story which central theme is about a teacher using cliches to get close to his students. You piece of... Noriko? Feel free to ask your classmate Noriko. She's an expert when it comes to spotting cliches. Let me write down her email on the blackboard so you can contact her in case you have any questions. Hey, that's sick, you son of a... Noriko! If I'm right, and I'm always right when it comes to deductions, Noriko will fall under my charm pretty soon and will open up to me. That'll allow me to know more about her. The more I know, the more effective I can be protecting her. When a mission is assigned to me, I give myself at 100%, even if some might think it's not necessary. What? Don't tell me you're still here. So at a brief detour, in case you don't actually recognize the trick he's doing, I forgot the actual psychological name for it, but it's when you're going for an overkill and then you settle for something less. He's basically provoking a strong reaction out of her, and then he's going to ease her the opposite way, which is... It may not sound like it's a thing, but it actually is. There are studies on how to do this, how it's been done in the past. Basically, you ask for a mile, you take an inch, then you use that to take a mile. That's probably the best way to summarize it. That ain't easy at all, Mr. Whatchamacallit. Come on, man. Do something decent. What if I let you pick my nickname? Would you like that? Oh, really? How nice of you. I would totally like that. So? Let me think about it. Just a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes? You've been here for 24 hours. Is that so? That would explain why I'm so hungry, and tired, and thirsty, and tired. Go home. We'll see about my nickname tomorrow, shall we? Okay, thank you. Such a waste. She's cute, though. Uemura, have you seen Airi? Who? Airi. Nope, I don't know any Airi. Sure you do. You know, Suda the... Oh, now I see. Invisible Woman. Compared to other nicknames, this one is harmful. So you met her. In a way, I did. So? You think you're gonna score with her? You're not the only one in line, if you catch my drift. Welcome to Uemura... Welcome to Uemura's Poetry Club, ladies and gents. Just listening to him is starting to give me a bit of a headache. He reminds me of someone. No, she's a childhood friend. I ran into her this morning. I expected to find her here. Sorry, and no, you won't find her here. No way. Let's just say she deserves her nickname, for we never see her. Literally. Holy crap, they spelled literally correctly. After school, she goes back home right away. When we're out drinking, she politely declines our invitations. She never talks about herself, I assume? At that stage, it's more than shyness. It's a pathology. Way to go, Hiroku. You managed to pull off a complex word today. Did you watch a rerun of House MD? Very funny. And yes, I did. Okay, if you run into her, tell her I'm looking for her. But I'm not holding my breath on that. You'll never change, my dear Airi. Always shy in secret still. I am in awe knowing that other guys are waiting in line. People do change. I must have missed many episodes. I think he's new. Okay, guys, you're free to go. Thank you, sir. Say, can we ask you a question? About that weird essay. Sure. Did you do that to piss off Noriko? No, but I can't deny I'm just teasing her a bit. After all, she got what she deserved. When one doesn't know her, it is impossible to differentiate, and they misspell differentiate, pure hatred with an embryonic form of respect she might have for you. Pure hatred, really? To be honest, we've known her for quite some time, and what you did for her, no other teacher had done that during her scholarship, ever. I consider teaching as equal to giving advices and counseling. Thank you for your involvement. She's going through a tough patch with an absent father and a Choose a borough. That is private. Don't worry. I can understand how she feels. Anyway, go home now and be safe. Now, this alone raises questions. I think that may be a Japanese society thing where they don't want to reveal information on the family. They try to pretend everything's fine to a certain degree. Because in the US, if a parent is not there and the other one's an alcoholic, that usually involves social services, child services, whatever you want to call it, getting involved and possibly taking the kids away to some sort of foster home. I don't know if that's a thing in Japan either, so it may just be them thinking they're protecting her. I'm not entirely sure. Wait a sec. Did any of you guys see Masuda? No, no chance, and she goes home right after the school bell rings, so she won't run into... She's a burro, dude! Run into whom? Wow. These guys are tight-lipped like the Mafia. And to be honest, they're kind of dressed like one too, with a whole uniform thing going on. I see. Curiosity killed the cat. See you tomorrow, guys. Airi, what have you done to end up in such a mess? I guess it's about time to go home and plan my dinner with Airi. After all these years, she must have a million things to say as opposed to me. The tough part is to find which restaurant we should go to. There's this place I know, but it might send me back a few hundreds. Sir. Tama? No one in the hallway. Classrooms are deserted. This is it. This is where she intends to kill me. Well, I'm not going down without a fight, young lady. Aren't you supposed to be with Noriko? Her driver came to pick her up. She has an English lesson. Is it true what they say, that you're Miss Suta's childhood friend? Rumors spread like wildfires in this place. No, it's Mr. Okay, he definitely reminds me of someone I know. No, it's Mr. Uemura who posted a notice on social networks. Uemura, you won't get away with it, you dirty snoop. So, is this true? Indeed, we are childhood friends, but does it concern you? As a teacher who is supposed to know the meaning of the word friend, how come you didn't do a thing? A thing? What are you talking about? When one uses the word friend, he has to take his responsibilities and man up. Hold on. We haven't seen each other for the past 10 years. Ah. Airi. Miss Suda. Is she in trouble? Got a minute? And that reminds me of another person I know. Even down to the drooling part. Sad part is there isn't anyone here tossing pencils into their mouth. I hope the library is convenient for you. What did you want to tell me? Miss Suda. She was my literature teacher a year ago when I was at Takanori High, and I know she lacked authority and confidence. She is shy, I concur. Being shy is one thing, and it hurts to say it, but everybody stepped on her in a non-rhetorical way. To some people, authority is an inner fight. You can't just learn about it in books and seminars. That fight, sir, she lost it a long time ago. To be honest, I always despise people who pick on the weak ones. In her class, I managed to scare my classmates so they wouldn't hurt her, but... How did you do that? Just by threatening them, I would rip their limbs and break all their bones in their bodies. Not diplomatic, but efficient. I could only contain my class, but not the whole high school. Just so you know, the teachers never helped her, be it in Takanori High or here. Okita and Uemura always make fun of her. The headmaster uses her as his personal secretary. Aha, so that's what he... Okay, that's good to know. Only Romi and Kyoko respect Miss Suda. I overhear what Jusaburo said. It doesn't stop at the school gate. What do you mean? If she goes home as soon as the school bell rings, that's because she wants to avoid walking near Takanori High where some students wait in line to mock her. I had no idea. The worst part is, it goes on the internet, especially on social networks where students post sick things about her. Listen, I'm going to take this matter into my own hands from now on. Thank you for sharing this with me. Talk to her. Maybe she'll listen to you and get a spine. Sure, and I won't tell her you told me about that. Let it be our secret. Thank you. Do you have, by any chance, the names of those students who pick on her at Takanori High? I only know one name, Fuchida. She's the leader. Where can I find this Fuchida? You want to talk to her, face to face? Yes. Not the best move if you ask me. Girls like her don't respect teachers, nor they respect any form of authority unless it's parental. Wow, if they at least respect parental authority, that is significantly better than here in the US. Where can I find her parents, then? Take her right after the school gate. Her mother works part-time at the tea shop. Her father left when Fuchida was only a baby. No wonder she's antisocial without a father. I'm going to fix this in a matter of minutes, Airi. Don't you worry. Thanks for your help, Tama. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to listen to me. Goodbye. So I'm already imagining the dozens of ways this can play out badly. Miss Fuchida, I presume. Who wants to know? He ain't no cop, right? That's exactly how I kind of pictured her, I'm afraid. No, teacher. I'm a teacher at your That little pest is back? 3 days she hasn't been home. Where is she now? I bet she was at her boyfriend's. She's such a whore. I'm a good mother, you know, so I notified the police. If I hadn't, I could kiss welfare checks goodbye. I didn't know they had welfare in Japan. I don't know. The reason I'm here is the result of her behavior at school. So what? I ain't at school with her. Sadly, a lot of parents in the US have that exact same line of thinking. So right here are the segments where you get to actually play out things to decide which ending you're going to get. So let's talk about family first, because this is probably where we'll find the majority of the problem. Is Fuchida in a safe environment, family-wise? That ain't your business. Do I ask you about your kid? That's about the answer I expected. Who are your daughter's friends, the ones she hangs out with? There's one called Noda and another one who looks like a scarecrow. Her hair is so weird. Between you and me, I think her parents are kind of like brother. Okay, the woman is starting to get some points with the... I think her parents are kind of like brother and sister. But I didn't see him in a while. They're probably recovering from one hell of a hangover. Take a deep breath, Susumu. Some children were not as lucky as you and didn't have good parents. But luckily their parents were not related. So, let's bite the bullet. Any problems at school with her teachers? What do I know? Like I said, I ain't going to school. She tells me nothing besides how lazy y'all are. Wait, yeah, I remember. Last year there was this bitch always dressed in pink like a goddamn gummy bear who used to piss off my kid. Maru chewed her out, so she left for another high school. Good riddance if you ask me. And I can tell a story similar to that one, unfortunately. Bingo. That's her daughter who picks on Airi. Judging by her intellectual level, there is no way I can convince her to ask her daughter to stop. Don't you think she's too young to have a boyfriend? How I see it is that when she's at his place, I don't have to cook her meals. Is her boyfriend a student? I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty loaded. One sec. You jealous, right? What? No. I'm an adult and I don't date underage teenagers. Too bad. You're a type with your baby face. That's kind of messed up. Have you heard any rumors lately? Nope. I do my shift then go home and get drunk. I don't have time for hearsay and stuff like that. Hey, that sounds like some of my coworkers. You gonna order some or what? I have to find her weakness. Make sure your daughter doesn't follow your example. Being an alcoholic is not the best career choice. I know, but since her dad left us, that's the only way I can cope with my lousy life. Ask for some help. I know it's not easy, but think about your daughter. She deserves better. Thank you. Wow, it doesn't go over this easily. Ever. Well, let's wrap things up. Talking to her is just a waste of my precious time. If you don't order a drink or a pastry, leave. If you see her, tell her she's gonna get it big time. But yeah, usually if you call them an alcoholic, they reply, "Who are you to judge? Yada yada yada. You're not perfect either, something or another," and so on. Let's take a look at Maru's academic record since her mother wasn't that helpful. In a way, I can understand that since no parent would ever betray his offspring. Noticing the police her daughter is notifying the police her daughter is missing just so she can get her welfare checks. She's the mother of the year. So I don't know if this code thing is supposed to be like what school they belong to. For record date, this can't be birth date, and these are all over the place. So it can't be an enrollment date either. Like, I legitimately have no idea what this would be. With a little bit of luck, I'll find a way to make her stop harassing Airi. What the hell? Her file is classified. Yo. Sorry to hijack your laptop, but we want to know if you need our help. No, I do not. Okay, aren't you at least curious about Maru? How did you... I see. Keylogger, right? Yep. So let's get back to that teenager whose academic record is classified. Kinda rare, isn't it? Yes. We wash your hands, you wash ours. No thank you. Like I said, without my supervisor... I know, you need to have your hierarchy's approval, but be aware that the score keeps going up. What score? What are you talking about? Later. I can't deny their strategy is efficient, even if I hate how they tricked me. 4 students went missing in less than a month. The chief didn't say anything about it. That's higher than the report said. There's only one thing left, and I'm sure as hell going to regret it. Minutes late. Maybe he's stuck in traffic. I'm wondering why he set up that meeting right here in the middle of a public park. I know he hates when someone takes a peek outside the scope of an investigation. It's going to be tough to explain. Tokunaga. Chief, thank you for... Hush. Let's go that way. It's safer. I'm really sorry you had to come all this way. Hush, we're almost there. Wait, it's... What is it with this guy meeting in bathrooms? Public toilets? He has to mention it during his next psychiatric assessment. Okay, the place is empty. What's so urgent, Tokunaga? It's about last night. I was approached by the geniuses. They broke into my house. I know. How did you know? They asked for your address, so I gave it to them. You what? But you said... We are not in a position to refuse anything they ask. I hope you agreed to what they asked, right? Well, the thing is... Are you insane, Tokunaga? The 4 brightest minds of this country when it comes to criminology offer their help and you turn them down? Not exactly. Let's say I told them I would think about it. Sort of. Accept any help from them, and help them if they ask you. Period. Anything else? They sent me a file which raises my concerns about this case. It would seem that 4 students have disappeared in a couple of weeks, and it might be related to our case. So you know. Is it related to the threats Noriko's dad received? For the past 3 weeks, 20 people have disappeared into thin air. 20? Student, lawyer, housewife, you name it. All have different gender, social status, age, which makes the case nigh unsolvable. What we know so far, and by we, I mean I, the chief inspector, the geniuses, and the prefect, is that they only have one thing in common. They all live in the city, and they all disappeared without any sign of violence whatsoever. Like I said, they vanished into thin air. Chief, if that's related to our case, it goes way beyond making sure Noriko doesn't get abducted. We called upon you because you were born in the city, and we had to put the best of the best in charge of protecting her. I understand. You can count on me. I'll tell the geniuses they can count on me as well. I want your report on my desk first thing tomorrow. Sir, yes, sir. Anything else? Can our next meeting be someplace else? Since he wasn't very specific, it'll probably be a porta-potty or some sort of outhouse. 20 people missing, and I only hear about it now. Noriko's surveillance has to go up one level. I need to make sure no one abducts her. Putting me in charge of her protection without even telling me about that string of abductions. Let's see if they're still here. So? I'm in. Good. Let's talk soon. Until then, we upload some files on your computer. Make good use of it. Thanks. So, this is teaching us the systems that I just used a little while ago. Free time investigation. Explanation. You can use the computer to get more information about your case. Crap. So, yeah, we kind of missed that. I can reread it if I look at the video, and you may want to go back and check it yourself, but the investigations are one of the things that make this not entirely just a completely linear story. Like I said, there are multiple endings. I don't know how different they are or what all they entail. That's something we gotta play by ear as we go. Those geniuses are more than efficient. They deserve this stupid nickname. So, let's start at the bottom. Didn't show up at work. No banking activity since that day. Mobile beacon disabled. Son of a DA. He's an abduction. Photograph of him. Age 26. Date of notification. Occupation cook. Hey, that's kind of neat. Huh. Age 22, male, educator. I'm trying to remember what his friends were named. I don't think Sumio was one of their names. It was like Ray and Renji. Hasn't checked with his parole officer in the context of his socio-judicial... his condition of... Wow! Okay, we got a pedo there. Female, age 42, social worker. Boss notified the police that she failed to appear 3 days in a row. Her agenda, appointment, but no name or address. And she looks pretty young for being 42. Like Kanon and everyone. Like, there was another woman who I thought looked kind of old. I think it was the really angry teacher. Sayoko, 30, female, dentist. Office has been closed without any notice sent to her patients. Search of the premises, an appointment without a name or address. Cell phone was traced downtown into the sewer. .55 male massage parlor owner. Downtown club. One of his employees notified the police. Used to be a member of the mafia. The Yakuza, he may have left the country. Eriko, 18-year-old student. Left high school 4:30, went to a tea shop until 6:30. Signal went dead at 6:45. Closed circuit TV shows her walking around with an unidentified student. Just make sure this is our dentist, yeah, so I can scroll up 3 more. Notonari, 18, student. Left home 7:15 a.m., never arrived at school, phone found in a trash can. No fingerprints found on the phone besides hers. And then, from that uniform, she doesn't go to the school we work at since she seems a little... Unless they have, like, multiple varieties, because that could be, Actually, no, that would be the uniform they'd be wearing at this time, the spring uniform. It'd be later on in the year when they wear the winter one. 53, female doctor. Head of department notified us, cannot reach for 48 hours. Her keys, phone, and purse were found in her car, parked before her house. 19 student. So, 19 male student. Her mother notified us after receiving a phone call from her son, who seemed intoxicated. No sign of forced entry, no violence found in his apartment. I guess that's him with his mother or something? "39 female legal advisor." I haven't been pointing out the blood types, but there's no pattern there unless it was like an RH thing that's not listed. And if that were indeed the common trait, that would be lame as hell. Was seen by one of her clients. She had an appointment. Her best friend notified the police 4 days later. Yoshimune Webmaster, 30, male. Hasn't updated the servers this month. Clients contacted the police, no sign of forced entry. Few drops of blood found on the carpet, revealed to be his. She's unemployed? Or he's unemployed. 37-year-old male, no job. Her husband's temper, she only started to worry a few days later. He's into some weird schemes involving pornography, racketeering, drugs, and blackmail. So he's a real winner. Katsumi Hoshino, female student. Oh yeah, age 18. Hasn't returned home after school. Students told the police didn't do anything. She didn't do... They didn't notice anything different the day she vanished? Okay. Kanya Hori, 27, male accountant. Last seen with Shige Yaichiro, the day he disappeared. So this guy. So I wonder if this guy's involved in his money laundering then. Suihara Hiroyuki, 18, male student. His father tried to contact him for 2 days without any success, then filed a missing person notice. Tai Hirose, a 18-year-old hooker, was seen in a bar. As strange as it may seem, it's one of her clients who notified us she missed a rendezvous. Due to his high profile in town, keep this information confidential. That's pretty messed up. So, yeah. I think it was Tai? Yeah. Tai is the hooker. Mamiko Hiro, 37, female teacher. Husband filed a missing persons notice. She's been missing for 2 days prior to the notice. She and her husband are in a non-exclusive relationship. That's okay. So they're running around on each other. Shuji Higashiyama, 17, male student. Left school around 6:30 p.m. after his kendo class. Phone and laundry bag were found near his locker at the gym. Kimiko Hayashi, 57, female, lawyer. Went missing on June 11th after she didn't show up to represent a prestigious client of utmost importance. Purse found in her car. Hari Hamucho, 37, female, no job listed. Husband found bloodstains in his home and notified us. Purse and cell phone were found in the living room, which excludes a petty crime. And they don't blame the husband, which is the first. And here we go. Maru Fuchida, 17, female, student. Went missing after school. Is that the girl from the one other? I think it was Sayoko. No, that was the dentist. Yeah, it's her. So Maru and Nari are connected. I have to get closer to Noriko to protect her. thought getting that promotion was going to be an easy task. Damn. I totally forgot about Airi. Poor thing, she must have waited all evening for me to call her. Let's invite her to the fanciest restaurant in town to make up for it tomorrow. I promise you, Airi, tomorrow we will have the best time ever.